Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. It is Sunday and you know what that means. It means I am weekly meal prepping for myself as a type 1 diabetic to make sure my life with 2 toddlers is as seamless as humanly possible this week. Now today I am prepping a lot for my week because it is the week of Easter, and as everyone would imagine, it's going to be chaos in my house. My son has half days of school, he's off, so I want to make sure that I am set for success for this week. So today I'm preparing slow roasted carnitas in my crock pot, and with that I can make anything. I'm just making the protein. I'm also preparing a tropical fluff dessert, Asian noodle bowls, and lastly, an egg-free Hashbrown Casserole for breakfast. So I am so excited for all that I'm prepping today, and this will make my week super, super easy. If you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up. That will help me out more than you know. And I will see you throughout this whole video while I meal prep all these different things for myself. And this will include all the macros and nutrition and recipes. So once again, thanks for checking me out, and I'll pop back in at the very end just to say goodbye. I'm starting off the morning strong today by making my Aldi's carnitas pork shoulder in my crock pot. The macros on this are fantastic, super diabetic friendly, and super cheap to buy at Aldi's. So all I do with this is I toss the carnitas roast into my crock pot, and I add a splash of water, and I cook it low and slow all day long in my crock pot. And at the end of the day, I will shred this up, and this will be good on nachos, in burritos, quesadillas, absolutely anything. The possibilities for this are endless, and it's super delicious. They also have a barbecue flavored one that is really good as well. Okay guys, we're gonna start with breakfast today. For breakfast, I am making Hashbrown Casserole bowls, and these bowls are 280 calories a piece with 8 grams of fat, 23 grams of protein, and 28 net carbs. So on the lower net carb scale, super diabetic friendly, and it's egg free. And everyone knows with egg prices rising up, this is a winner. So I'm making 4 portions, and this is going to be involved cooking in the oven. So I have my oven set to 350 degrees, and I'm going to mix everything together in this bowl, throw it into a pan, and toss it into the oven, and it will be good to go. And I'm going to start with 4 cups of frozen hash browns, shredded potatoes. Now I'm just using the bag I picked up from Aldi's, but I know they sell them at Walmart and a few other places. They're very low calorie. For 1 cup, it is 90 calories for shredded potatoes, low calorie, and at least it's a nutrient dense carb. So it may be a carb and we have to take insulin for it, but at least we're getting nutrition. It's a vegetable, so I'm here for that. Next, we are adding a can of condensed cream of chicken soup, which is kind of funny when you think about it's a breakfast item that I'm adding cream of chicken soup to, but I promise it's really good. I added a can of that, and this is just the Great Value brand, but obviously use whatever brand you have. I'm adding 3 wedges of the light Laughing Cow cheese. So I'll unwrap these and throw that in there. So it's a very like cheesy potato kind of casserole. If you've ever been to Cracker Barrel, they sell that like Southern casserole with the hash browns, and it's very similar to that, but I add turkey sausage into mine. So it has extra protein and it feels more like a meal than just a side. So I have my 3 wedges right in there. Next, where it gets all its protein is a container of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Just like that. And then I also cooked up a pound of lean ground turkey. This was the Target Good and Gather brand. I am adding that in there. I just cooked it and I ground it up. And now I'm going to stir everything together. Just get it to blend real nicely, and I'll show you guys before I toss it into the pan what it looks like. It does not look like the best thing in the world, but it is delicious. It's super good, high protein, very filling, super satisfying, and it does not taste like it's only 280 calories, I promise you. So there it is, all blended up. And I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. So I'm just going to eyeball it, do a little sprinkle, and do a little sprinkle of salt. A little extra salt for good luck. And I'm going to toss this into my greased pan. Here. So I'm just going to toss this on in. I already greased it and sprayed some ham. Now 6 seasoning into it. And just throw it on in like this. And this right here is 4 portions, so I'm going to bake this and once it's all done and cooled, I cut this into 4 portions, throw it into my fridge, and I'm good to go with breakfast for the whole week. So there we have it. And of course, you can't have a casserole without some cheese on top. So I'm going to do a nice light sprinkle of medium cheddar cheese right on top. Technically, each serving, if you are going to do this per serving, it calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm kind of doing a 8 tablespoons on the whole casserole since it is 4 portions. And there you have it. Okay, so 30 minutes later, my casserole, hash brown casserole, is done and it looks just like that. I'm just going to put it on top of my stove, let it cool, and once it's all cooled and easy to cut, I'm gonna cut it up into 4 different portions, throw it in my fridge, and when I'm ready to eat this in the morning, I pop this in the microwave for 90 seconds and I am good to go and ready to eat an eggless, delicious hash brown casserole. Okay, my next meal prep that I'm making this week are Asian chicken noodle bowls, and they are 320 calories, 8 grams of fat, 34 protein, and 34 carbs. So another lower carb meal, especially because this is a take on almost like a lo mein, Asian lo mein, and super delicious, has a sweeter taste, really yummy, high protein. So to start, before I have anything going yet, I am boiling some water on the stove, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil off 6 ounces of protein pasta. I'm using the Barilla protein pasta, and I also have my air fryer going because I'm going to be cooking 2 chicken breasts that I thinly sliced, so that makes it 4 chicken breasts that were halved, and I'm going to air fry them in my air fryer for 10 minutes while the pasta's cooking, and once that's all done, I will come back and show you. The third thing I'll be doing, if you can keep track, is I will be throwing a bag of Green Giant zucchini noodles into my microwave for 6 minutes as well. So if that was too much for you guys to digest, please look in my description box. I will leave these instructions below, but a lot of prep goes along with this meal. But once all the prep's done, all it really is just putting into your meal prep containers and you're good to go. So I will go get started on the chicken, the noodles, and the zucchini noodles, and I'll be back. I feel like how I described that I cook my chicken was a little confusing, so I figured I'd explain it to you guys. What I do is I go into the chicken breast, cut off all the junk, and then I cut it in half so it makes 2 thin little breasts, and then I do that twice. And of course, you cannot have chicken without seasoning it, so I season it with garlic powder and ginger. And lastly, I throw it seasoned side down into my air fryer. I set it to 400 degrees, and I do that for 5 minutes on each side. Currently have everything in the works right now. My chicken's in the air fryer, my pasta's boiling on the stove, and my zucchini noodles are in the microwave. So now I'm going to make this delicious sauce for this meal. So first, I'm going to add in about 1/3 of a cup of yum yum sauce, which looks like it will finish my bottle off. I'm also going to add in 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, and if you're new to this, you know I eyeball everything. So I'm going to eyeball what I think is 3 tablespoons. I'm going to guesstimate that. I'm also going to add 4 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. Eyeball that. And then I'm going to season with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and ginger. So I'm also eyeballing that. I feel like things taste better when you do it from the heart, and when you just eyeball things, that is like the definition of from the heart. And then you can add more or less flavors that you like. So there we have it on the last bit of my ginger. And I'm going to just stir it all up, and then once the chicken, noodles, and zucchini noodles are all done, I will flip back with you guys and show you how this all comes together. Okay, I have my protein noodles all finished up, and I'm just going to take them and evenly distribute them between my 4 meal prep bowls right here. And you don't have to use the protein noodles if you don't want to. I just use them so that way it ups the protein a little bit, gets you a little bit more full, longer. But by all means, if you want to use regular white spaghetti or whole grain spaghetti, you can do that. So this pulls a little heavy. That looks pretty darn even to me. Next, I'm going to add to that my zucchini noodles, and I just grab these because they are the most convenient things ever. They're the Green Giant zucchini noodles. So when you cook these in the microwave, when they're all done, if you don't already know, zucchini is like all water. So make sure you strain it very well. And then I'm going to evenly distribute this all through the bowls. And you do not have to use zucchini noodles. You can sub it for whatever vegetable you like. I have used broccoli before, I have used mushrooms before, but I thought this would be a fun addition to do zucchini today, especially because the weather's getting nice and zucchini is a summer vegetable. And I'm going to kind of stir that in so my vegetables kind of get a little bit hidden. So it would be very pretty. There we go. You can see how hot it is, the steam's coming off. And add as many vegetables as you like. You can never have too many vegetables in your meal. And the next thing I'm going to do is add that sauce, just a little bit of the sauce. I want to save a little bit at the end so I can drizzle it on top of the chicken, but I want to coat the spaghetti, so I'm going to do a generous drizzle on top of each pasta and then stir it all in so that way each blade of pasta is coated in that delicious sauce. It already smells like lo mein to me, and I'm just so excited about this. I'm using chicken today, but I've done this with shrimp before. I've done this with steak before. You can do it with any protein that you like, or if you're vegetarian, you can just add more veggies to it. It is good even without the meat. So now that that is all done, I am just going to chop up each chicken. Each bowl gets 1/2 of my chicken breast, and I'm going to throw that right on top of each bowl. So let me just cut. And you see right there, there we have it. And I'm going to continue this for the rest of the bowls. And then when this is all done and in my fridge and it's lunchtime, I'm going to be thrilled that I have meal prep done. And all I'm going to do is pop each one of these puppies into the microwave for 2 minutes and it will be good to go. So there we go. And then last but not least, I'm going to take a little bit more of that sauce and just drizzle it on top of each piece of chicken. So that way it adds a little bit of flavor to the chicken and it will be so good. So let me just show you how this turned out. Right here. Let me see if I can, there we go. Right there. So delicious, so good. So yeah, give this one a try. So purposely, I left the best for last. We are making dessert right now. We're making a no sugar added tropical fluff featuring the no sugar, sugar-free Cool Whip. And you're going to start by taking half this container. And as a side note, we are making 4 servings of this, but obviously you can up the ante if you want to do more than just 4. And this dessert is only 170 calories, 29 net carbs, 1 protein, and 5 grams of fat. So while there are carbs in it, all desserts have carbs, and all diabetics need treats. So here is my take on a treat. Next, I'm going to add 1 container of orange flavored yogurt. I'm adding the regular Yoplait yogurt that is orange cream flavored, but you can add in any flavor. You could add pineapple, that would be really good. Even vanilla would be good. Add that in there. Next, I'm going to add half of a packet of the sugar-free cheesecake flavored Jell-O pudding. So I have my half a packet. I'm going to add that in. This stuff is heaven. It thickens the fluff up to make it almost like ice cream, and it's delicious. I love making my desserts with this. And then lastly, I'm going to add in half a cup of fresh fruit. This is just canned fruit, nothing too fancy. I used 1/4 cup of pineapple tidbits and 1/4 cup of mandarin oranges. I'm going to toss that in. And then I'm just going to stir it on up. And you can make this however you'd like, with more flavors, different flavors. I do a lot of different tests with it. So this is a tropical flavor, but I have done tiramisu flavored before. I've done apple pie flavored. And I feel like a lot of the Cool Whip will mimic any flavor yogurt you want to use. So I use the orange to mimic the tropical flavor, but you can get creative, and I do get creative. So next I'm going to evenly distribute this fluff between 4 of my cups, just like so. This tropical fluff, if you've had it, I was born in the 90s, and I feel like it was a big 90s thing, but ambrosia. I don't think I even remember it was the ambrosia salad. It was like marshmallows and mandarin oranges, and it's so funny because thinking back, when I was a kid, I thought it was a healthy salad because the word salad kind of means healthy. I didn't realize that it had marshmallows and all that, you know, junk in it, so to speak. So it kind of tastes like that though, besides the point. So now we have it, and you can top it with any toppings you like. Today I'm topping it with protein, oats and honey granola, just because I thought that it would be nice to add the extra protein, add a little bit of a crunch. And also I thought the oaty honey flavor would go really well with this bowl. So add that on top, and then there we have my desserts. So if you guys made it through the end, I hope you guys really enjoyed my video today. You got breakfast, you got lunch, you got dessert, and then you have a delicious pork that you can put on absolutely anything for the entire week. And I know that me as a type 1 diabetic, I am set and good to go. And I hope you guys got some great inspiration as well. But once again, thank you for watching me today. Come back next Sunday to see another diabetic meal prep video from me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.